If I told you a scientific excavation was suddenly shut down by the government, that the scientists involved started dying one by one, and that the final reports were sealed and never released, you'd probably assume it was a conspiracy theory. But this happened in Bulgaria in the 1990s, and the place still exists. They call it the Tsarevichina Hole. It began quietly in a small and unremarkable village near Tsarevichina, Bulgaria. Local workers were drilling for a routine geological survey when their equipment detected something strange. A deep, perfectly circular void beneath the ground. At first, it was assumed to be a natural cave system, but then the instruments began to malfunction. Compasses spun without reason. Electrical devices failed. And the drilling crew reported a low, continuous sound, like humming coming from below. That was when the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences was notified. A multidisciplinary team was assembled. Geologists, physicists, military engineers. Among them was Dr. Jerzy Zvetkov, a respected physicist known for his work on electromagnetic anomalies. According to colleagues, Dr. Zvetkov was skeptical at first. "There is always a rational explanation," he reportedly said. That confidence did not last long. As the excavation deepened, the readings became impossible to explain. Radiation levels fluctuated without pattern. Temperature sensors showed sudden drops, then spikes without any environmental cause, and the sound grew louder. Witnesses described it not as noise, but as pressure, as if the air itself was vibrating. One engineer later wrote in his private journal, "It feels like the ground is breathing." The first death occurred less than a month into the excavation. A healthy technician collapsed suddenly at the site. No warning, no prior illness. The official cause was listed as heart failure, but those who were there noticed something unsettling. His body temperature was abnormally low, as if he had been exposed to extreme cold deep underground. After the first death, the site was quietly taken over by military personnel. The project was no longer civilian. Documents from this period are scarce, but fragments have surfaced over the years. One leaked memo referenced non-natural energy emissions. Another mentioned psychological effects on staff. Workers reported nightmares, persistent headaches, a feeling of being watched, even underground. Some refused to continue. They were replaced. Dr. Tsvetkov began expressing concerns to colleagues outside the project. In one recorded phone conversation later, he said, "This is not geology. This is something else, something old." Days later, he died in a car accident. The crash report cited brake failure. No further investigation was conducted. In 1992, without public explanation, the excavation stopped. The hole was sealed. The site was fenced off. Officials stated that the project was discontinued due to lack of scientific value. Yet satellite images showed continued military presence 4 years afterward. No final report was ever published. No conclusions were shared. So what was he? Some researchers believe the hole intersected a rare geological formation emitting extreme electromagnetic fields. Others suggest an underground military experiment gone wrong. And then there are the theories no one likes to discuss openly. That the Tsarevichina Hole wasn't empty, that it wasn't natural, that it was something buried or sealed long before modern science arrived. Several members of the original team died within a few years of the excavation. Heart failure, strokes, accidents. No official link was ever acknowledged. Today, locals avoid the area. Animals refuse to approach the site. Electronic devices still behave erratically nearby. And the ground, according to those who've stood there at night, still hums. If this was nothing, why seal the reports? If it was harmless, why involve the military? And if it was simply a hole, why did it cost so many lives? Some places are buried for a reason, and some doors, once opened, are never meant to be opened again. What do you think they found down there? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more unexplained stories.